Hi guys, and welcome back. And guys, we made it through another season of The Single Life Forever.
So beautiful. Can we show that off? Too long.
Yay! With the most drawn out tell-all in all TV history. Oh, and another thing, people are gonna sound like Alvin and the Chipmunks in this video because I'm trying to dodge copyright strikes since a lot of my videos are getting demonetized for copyright reasons. So here we are. So we're gonna start off with these two blubbering idiots, Jamal and Louisa, who are apparently gonna go back for seconds.
You gonna sleep?
Are you going to stay with me?
Can I?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the toxic besties are talking about how their segments went down.
Because I wasn't expecting, like, that reaction. Yeah, I've never seen that before.
Dude, because that means she cares, Tim.
It means she hates you. She really, really hates you. So apparently, Tim is some chick magnet.
Into you. I'm so into you. And I'm like,
Where do you find these girls? Because the last one was obsessed, too.
It's news to us. And girls can't seem to get enough of him. I don't get it. I mean, he looks like he has a vitamin deficiency. You can probably spot him from outer space from all the sparkly crap he wears. And he has the enthusiasm of a corpse. So I don't see Heartthrob Tim here. And before they go on stage, Chantel gives some of the gals twerk instructions.
yes!
Something we did not need to see, but here we are. So they get back on stage, and Sean asks a dumb question like she normally does, because I guess we need more garbage to fill up the hour and a half we're being subjected to. And the question to the cast was, who would you date out of all the losers in the franchise? Tim says Paola.
Because she wrestles now.
Oh, my.
Well, I guess if you don't mind her ranting about QAnon all day, then sure, go for it. Chantel says Debbie's son.
He's a cop.
Too
That's
bad
a
he left.
respectful profession. And
He lives in Atlanta?
Lives in Atlanta.
And I think Julian would be good for her. For one thing, he has a real job, and he lives less than 1,000 miles away from her.
Do you like a man in uniform?
I do like a man in uniform.
Oh, goodness.
Miss Debbie.
Unfortunately, rumor has it that she's dating Jamal. Chantel, you really have a type, and it's unemployed F-boys. Tyray says Lasrissa.
I like a little bit of crazy.
I guess so, buddy.
Honestly, Lasrissa, you want to have your dumb Disney moments with her? Tyray, you must really be a glutton for punishment. You don't need Lasrissa, you need a therapist. So then they bring out the guy whose face looks like Mr. Potato Head's body, Mama Debbie, and Caesar salad. Oh, and Mike.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Come back
You're looking good.
Thank you.
Because the dumpster pile needed one more mound of stinky crap on it. So we're back in Natalie's world, as you can see, and they play the scene of Natalie begging Mike to take her back and having a child, and
I wanted family. And I feel like you and we never had a chance.
I guess this is Josh's first time seeing the scene. And of course, Sean asks Josh, well, so what did you think of the scene? As if they're trying to decipher some scholarly scripture. But no, it's Natalie's screwed up love life.
I think that she just needs to really figure out what she wants.
And then Sean asked Tyray, hey Tyray, what are your thoughts on this? And I could never be in some tell-all type, because you can't just spring questions on me that have nothing to do with me. Because my mind wanders so much that I'd be thinking about like what I was going to have for dinner or what bills I still need to pay. And I wouldn't be able to answer the questions.
Her attempt to get what she wanted, which is the baby,
What
you
do
know?
I want?
That's her ultimate goal. It seems like.
I don't even know if that's right.
In which Josh interjects and says, well, I don't know if that's what she really wants. And I do remember in the previous episodes where Natalie's mom keeps pushing and pushing Natalie about having a family and having a child. And I feel like she's just constantly trying to convince herself that this is what she wants.
Don't you see the same patterns? Like, it's obviously problem with me. I'm the problem.
That's not true.
So they ask Mike, hey, have you been seeing anyone? Blah, blah, blah. And yep, Mike has a girlfriend.
Yeah, we've been seeing each other for a good year now, since last December. She's great.
Well, good for you, Mike. I'm glad you found someone that's not going to call you a low-class drunk man every other day.
I absolutely love and adore her. She just cares about me and wants to be with me for who I am. And
Oh man, sprinkle that wound with some salt, please. So I need to take a minute because my dog Mango wants to tell you to like and subscribe. All right, let's get back to the show. So then Sean asks, hey, what's going on with the divorce? Are you planning on getting one? Like, what's up with that?
Have you started the divorce process?
yeah, I have. You get that piece of paper?
So Mike summons Minion Debbie to slowly hobble across the stage to grab something, and then hobble back to serve Natalie the divorce papers.
Oh, wow.
I'm so sorry.
Mike, why did you give those papers to Debbie?
And one nipple Mike tells us that he can't physically hand her the papers. That's just not how it works legally. And that's why he had to employ one of the Debbies to do it.
What I'm gonna sign?
You got 90 days to respond.
And everyone on the set says, don't sign it. You know, don't sign it. Don't sign the papers.
Just wait.
Wait till you have time
Wait a
to
second.
read it.
Are you joking?
And I don't know if she's smart enough to know not to sign anything that you haven't read, but here we are.
Has to verify it.
Mike's a good guy. I promise it's probably totally.
Mike is a good guy.
I don't think there are any real good guys in this rodeo.
This was extremely cruel.
And I have to agree. And before I get dragged in the comments for defending this crazy again, I have to be honest and say that this is super cool to do this on national TV. And yeah, I get it. This is what these fame monsters signed up for. And they got married on TV. And I know she's super mean. But something like summoning divorce papers should have been done off camera. No matter how horrible one was to the other, divorce is a difficult journey. So I hear. And this is not the way to go about things. It's real poor taste. But what kind of taste can you expect from a man who thinks these two pillows go well together in a living room?
And you're a Judas, man. You know, coming up here to pretend to be all nicey nice.
And Miss Debbie is not happy that Mama Debbie served her papers.
Everybody, he asked me to do it. It would have been somebody on this set.
Regardless, she doesn't want a divorce. Like, what happens when someone doesn't want to sign the papers? And what does that mean? That she never wants to take her claws off of him?
First of all, I told him I will not divorce him. He made his choice. He brought me papers. I don't know what to say.
That's pretty cruel. I mean, this dude's trying to move on, and she's basically keeping him from doing that. But anyways, that's where this part ends. And like, what are they going to put us through for the next 20 minutes? There's 20 minutes left of this stupid show. Oh, I forgot. Attack of the Debbies.
Veronica, come. We should go to Italy. The three of us. Let's go to Italy.
Uh-oh, is this some foreshadowing here? Are we going to have, like, The Hangover meets the book club? I'm actually here for that. I would watch that train wreck.
I mean, I got
we
divorced.
have to sign these papers first and get you divorced, girl.
Yeah, I will say I was divorced before divorce parties were a thing.
So then they get back to the portal to hell, a.k.a. the green room, and a lot of squawking happens. Here, I'll summarize.
You've called me a clown. You've insulted me right when you first came in.
I don't want to talk to you. You're pathetic. Get your face out of my look.
Who resorts to trailer trash?
You're right.
All right, Debbie needs to get off her high horse. But if I had to pick sides, I would definitely pick Mama Debbie. Anyway, let's get back to the squawking.
There's a mean girl club going on, and I don't participate.
To you, I'm the only...
Miss Debbie is hella defensive. At her big age, I mean, well, she's aged in years, but mentally I can, say that she's 14?
A litany of criticism directed at me.
Does she know what the word litany means, or is she making up scenarios in her head? She's probably making up scenarios in her head.
I'm happy. I get laid all the time. I have a man that loves me.
That's your intellectual stimulation is getting laid.
Miss Deb definitely has a superiority complex. She somehow thinks that because she's into kooky, unemployed young men with a deep creative soul, that makes her better than everyone. And good for you, Mama Debs, for getting laid. If that's what makes you happy, you go, girl.
Your mind is in the gutter, honey, and my mind is someplace else.
Your mind is up, I'll tell you.
Anyway, so the squawking ends. But before we head off into the sunset, we get some wise advice from Cue Ball Head here.
I take this advice, people. Anytime you think you're in trouble, just propose. Everything goes away. You know what I'm saying?
Good to know. And with that, we're done with this animal dung of a mess. And thank you guys so much for stopping by. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!